Welcome everyone to the 2025 CUC Senior Seating Draw. We thank you for joining us. We're going to find out where the teams are going for the women's open and mixed division. I'm Theo Wan. I'm a host of the Huck and A podcast. Appreciated that Ultimate Canada has had me come on and host this seating draw out here. So want to also thank our sponsors, Discraft and Be Ultimate, helping make the CUC happen, as well as the Edmonton Ultimate Players Association for hosting the event August 10th to 17th in Edmonton, Alberta. I know there's juniors lumped in there, but we're just talking senior draw right now. I'm joined by Dani Bouvier and Andrew Portwine. We'll let them introduce themselves in their role with Ultimate Canada here. So Dani, we'll start with you.
So Dani Bouvier, I'm the competition director for seniors this year. First time, so go easy on me. I'm originally from Saskatchewan, and that's where I play for many years. And yeah, that's it.
Where are you living now?
Still in Saskatoon.
Oh, still in Saskatchewan. Okay. Portwine, you've been on these with me a few times, but we'll let you introduce yourself as well.
Yeah, Andrew Portwine, Spirit Director for this tournament. Thankfully, Dani's coming in to do some of the heavy lifting and take that load off my shoulders. So looking forward to her for a nice long career as competition director. Maybe Theo, you can start roasting her instead of me for the next few years.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be the case, but we're gonna get started right away. We're not wasting time here. We're going right into the seeding draw. So we're gonna start in the women's division. As you see on your screen, this is the initial seeding, but as you know, and maybe this is your first time, there's gonna be certain teams that are slotted in right away, certain teams that are gonna be put into pots and then drawn out. So as you can see, the first and second seeds have been automatically put in by Dani, the competition director. So Traffic out of BC is first. Sixers out of Ontario is second. So, Dani, do you want to explain very briefly why those two are where they are? And then we'll start drawing for the other pools out here.
Yeah, so with those results, the most recent result had Traffic beating Sixers. So that's basically what we went with. I know last year, or the last time they were attending CUC's 2023 was not the case. However, we went with the most recent results.
Okay, so that's where you have it. So Traffic out of BC and then Sixers out of Ontario to Toronto. So then we have Iris or Iris if you're Quebecois, and also Salty out of the Maritimes. So they're going to be the 3-4, and they're going to make up Pool C and D. Pools A and B have already been accounted for. And before we even continue with some of the drawing, Portwine, why don't you explain some of the rules that we're going to have, because there's certain teams that might have to get shifted around potentially.
For sure. Just every year we have so many teams from certain regions, Ontario, BC typically. So with the amount of teams, we want to have no more than 2 teams in any one pool from Quebec and Ontario in this case, because we just don't want to be too heavy with the same region in one pool. So geographic diversity.
Yeah. So let's get started here. We're going to see who the 3 seed is. And so I think the names are going to be a little bit clearer than the Masters draw. Whoever did the Masters draw, the team names were not very clear, but I think we've done a test and I think it's going to be better. So the first team in Pool C is going to be, let's see.
Oh, and you have
eggs. It's in a ball too. You got shown up, man. That's crazy.
Oh, boy.
So we got Salty.
Oh, and as I can really read that. That's great. Salty out of the Maritimes. I'm salty about someone's blurry draw there, but so that means Iris is going in the 4. If you're charting things at home, hey, that means these are your potential semis matchups if things hold the seed. I don't think they will, but this is what you got. So next we got the second pot. So that's gonna be Stella out of Ontario. They finished second. Fusion, the top team out of Manitoba. Sea Cows, they finished second in their region, and then Remix out of Alberta. So that's who will make up this second grouping. So we'll start with Pool D because it's snaking around, as you can see on your screen. So the 5, it's going to be, let's find out. We need some like drum roll action, Portwine.
Yeah. The production value is high here, man. Masters, we can't afford this.
So we got Stella.
All right, Stella. Have they put? I'll leave the color for later because I got so many thoughts, but let's keep it going out here. All right, who's next?
Next, we got Fusion.
All right, Fusion out there. The team that's going to be in the pool with Sixers will be
We got Remix.
Remix out here. And that
Okay,
means,
and
so Portmine, that means Sea Cows is going in the pool with traffic. Is that you're saying that's allowed, correct?
Yes, we have enough BC teams, but no more than 2. So if a BC team is drawn in Pool A in the future, they will be shifted.
Okay, so this, I mean, it goes without saying, but this will be a rematch of multiple matchups they had at regionals. So yeah, I don't know if these teams will like that. Like I said, we'll keep going. I'm so focused on giving color. I'll try to not do that. So the next grouping is 9 to 12. So we have EXO out of Quebec. We have Tempest out of Newfoundland, Oz out of Ontario, and Drift out of BC. So Drift is the third team out of BC, and Oz is the third team out of Ontario. EXO being the second team out of Quebec there. So we're drawing for Pool A and the 9 seed right now. So EXO holds the seed there. And actually, all the seeds so far, besides Salty and Iris, have held. I'm just saying.
That's a sign, maybe. Good seeding.
okay, and then we got Oz.
Oz, all right. Oz out here. So there's 2 Ontario teams in that pool now, Portwine.
Yep.
Okay.
Looking good.
Got Drift.
I like the regional diversity we got out in that pool. So we got Manitoba, Maritimes, BC.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That means Tempest out there.
And then Tempest.
Yeah. Sweet. So final grouping, we have Tiff's team who came 4th in Ontario, Incognito who came 5th. In terms of who earned bids, I know there was a Masters team in there, but we're because they declined the bid, this is what we're going with. Queen City Bees out of Saskatchewan, Momentum out of Quebec is your final grouping here. So we're going to start with Pool D with the snake. And Portwine, you had something there?
Something to watch is Pool B already has 2 Ontario, and we have 2 Ontario in this pot, so we won't put a third one into that pool.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's why Portwine's here. He knows all the rules.
And the pretty face, right? Okay, we got Queen City Bees.
Queen City Bees out here. Saskatchewan's finest.
And then we got Momentum.
Oh, hey, no repeating provinces. Okay, so Portwine, we might have this situation. So we don't even need to draw.
We have 2 Ontario teams remaining, so Momentum is going to bump over to Pool B because it can't be one of the remaining 2 teams from Ontario.
Hey, Portwine. It's not your first rodeo, my friend.
Okay, so this is for Pool C.
We're still in Pool C, yeah.
Yep.
It down. We got Tiff's team.
Yeah, I'm just okay. I will add color for this because I'm very high on this Tiff's team. They got seated low because you have to honor the regional finish. Maybe that's something we haven't talked about yet, Portwine, but Tiff's team could not be initially seated above a team that they lost to. So that's part of it. So that's why they are where they are. And same thing with Incognito. They land as the final team out of the A pool. So Portwine, that is a rule, correct? That if you finish below a team at regionals, like you have to respect the finish.
Yeah. So the initial seeding must be in the order, at least, of the regional results for a particular region.
Yeah. So that's why you see teams the way they are. I'll leave more discussion to be had when we do like a preview episode. So that's my ask of you, the audience, to go check out the Huck and A podcast so that you could listen to more color. So
plant the seed for your own benefits, Theo.
But I will say Pool C is probably very scared right now because Tiff's team is in that pool. Dani, I don't know, are competition directors allowed to give thoughts, or are you just going to say, yeah, are you allowed to give thoughts right now?
No.
No thoughts.
All right. No, we're good. We've got the women's. We've had a chance to view it here. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna we're not gonna repeat all the ones. They're on your screen there, so you can just see who's in what pool. Traffic Sea Cows being in the same pool is also interesting. And then the Iris 4-5 traditional matchup is going to be versus Stella's we get as well. But let's keep going. We got open next. All right, we got initial seeding of Furious George out of BC and Phoenix out of Ontario. I think I know why this is the way it is, but Danny, I'll let you explain that as well.
Yeah, so there was an upset with Phoenix and Goat at regionals, so that is why Phoenix is up in second. And then with Furious George, they need to go first.
Yeah, so
strong words. They need to go first.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams here that I thought maybe could be in this like top pool, but right now it's going to be Goat is seeded third, despite like you said losing. They were up big actually in that final and lost, and then Mephisto is the 1 seed out of Quebec. So let's draw here for pool. We got J, K, L, and M out here if you're keeping track at home. So pool L, what do we got?
I'll say we do that because we don't want pool A, B, C, and D in every division. It gets confusing for folks.
We got Goat. And then Mephisto. Just follow the motions.
Yeah, Mephisto out there. So yeah, that's the first pool or first pot there, and now we have the second pot, which has teams, including Red Circus, General Strike, Hound out of Ontario, and Blackfish out of BC. So Hound finished third in Ontario, Blackfish finished second in BC. They did do a seeding game this past week or like last week from what I'm aware, so that's why Fierce is seeded the way it is, just for context. Red Circus had just won a tournament, No Borders, in Ottawa. And General Strike's a perennial contender out here. They won a few years ago, and they're always a strong team.
Okay.
So we're drawing for the team that's going to have Mephisto in pool play. So that's the 5, the second seed out of pool M.
And we got Hound.
And while we're drawing on this one, I'd like to say we'll have no more than 2 Ontario or Quebec in any one pool. And we'd like to have 1 Manitoba, Alberta, BC. We want to split those teams because there is only 2. We don't want them in the same pool because that's no fun to travel the country to play a team from your own region.
Yeah, Shriekar's not trying to play General Strike out here. Blackfish in the same pool as Goat out here.
Okay. And we got.
Oh, there we get some good matchups in J and K.
We got Red Circus.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one. And that means General Strike draws Furious in pool play. Just 2 years ago, for folks at home, just 2 years ago, Strike beat Furious in semis. So I'm just saying this is gonna be a spicy matchup. So
I will say, Theo, you're talking about holding the color commentary. There's a lot of top heavy, strong teams in this pool. I know we have some perennial contenders, but there's no reason why a Hound or a Rumble that's even in the next pot or a General Strike can't win this. If they play well at the right time, there's probably 9 teams that could really do some damage in this thing.
I don't know if it's 9 Port Wine, but I'll give you more
there-
I'll give you more than 2 because sometimes it's just like 2. You like know
Sure.
for sure the teams are going to be there. I don't think it runs 9 deep. No disrespect to some of those teams. I do think Strike is a potential contender for sure. But yeah, like we'll see what happens. Maybe people will use that for bulletin board material. We know that. So the next grouping is AFC Rumble, who I think is a bit low, but you know what happens. GT is the 4th team out of Ontario. Quake is the 2nd team, who could also argue that there might be a bit low. And then Regiment out of Newfoundland. So love Regiment. They got good spirit. I've always enjoyed playing against them. 9. So this is the pool with Furious George and General Strike right now.
And we got Regiment.
Regiment. Hey, you get to play some perennial contenders out here. Come on. That's why you traveled to Edmonton, right? So.
And we have Grand Trunk.
So GT rematching with Phoenix there. Another fellow Ontario team.
Then we have Quake. And
Actually,
then
fun fact before we continue, GT and Phoenix actually didn't play at regionals, so this is a fresh matchup for them. I like that.
And then
Oh,
we have
AFC. Oh, this is a good pool. It's a good pool, Portline.
Yeah, maybe a little hard luck for AFC falling from, top in the pot to last draw out. That's a really good looking pool M right now. That might be where I'm setting the lawn chair up this year.
Yeah, pool of death for sure already. So we have Manic, the third team out of Quebec, Streetcar, the second team out of Manitoba. Remember what we talked about earlier with no Manitoba teams, not two of them. We have Rut, the 16 out of Saskatchewan, the AFC Whiskey Jack. So keep that in mind as well as we make this draw. Two Alberta teams, we don't want that either. The BC teams were good right now. So let's see what we got.
Oh, we got Rut.
Okay, so is that good, Portwine, for our regional thing? We'll see, because
Right now it holds up.
yeah,
We're basically down to no Manitoba team in the J pool. So let's hope we draw them out sooner.
yeah.
Manic.
Oh, Manic, that is definitely a rematch with Quake. They've definitely played this year.
So we have the Manitoba team still in the pot, which we know where they're going to go because they have to slot into this spot. They aren't going to go in with their fellow Manitoba players. Let's hope we draw them here instead of forcing them.
Nope, I drew Whiskey Jack.
So Whiskey Jacks will move over. And for the geographic diversity, we should have a Manitoba team remaining.
Yeah.
It is Whiskey Jacks, not Whiskey, but hey, that would be a sick name too. Someone decide to name their team that. So this is the roundup for open. You can take a screenshot if you'd like. But yeah, this is what we got. JKLM pools out here. Pool of death, in my opinion, is pool M, but I think pool L is also a little bit spicy as well. So yeah, this will be an exciting tournament. I mean, for all divisions, I think this is a year, especially with World Clubs on the horizon, that yeah, there's no like guaranteed two teams in any of these divisions that are going to make the finals, in my opinion. So let's move on to the final division we're talking about here, CUC Senior Live Draw, or seeding draw, not live. We got mixed 20 teams. It's always the more difficult one, Portwine, because there's going to be a lot of Ontario, there's BC, there's Quebec out here, and so you got to read the rules.
Well, I need everyone's eyes on this because 20 is always a problem, but no more than 2 BC or Ontario in any one pool, and we want no more than 1 Alberta. We want to split those Alberta teams if we can. Okay. So hopefully it's easy, but usually the last couple pots get a little shifty.
It's a little shaky for sure. So we got Odyssey, a new team out of the Ashes of Lab, it sounds like, out of Quebec, and then Super Dumplings out of BC are seeded 1 and 2. Dani, competition director, what do we got here? Why these two teams as 1 and 2?
Well, because Odyssey is, yes, it is a new team, but they did very well at any of the tournaments that they attended this year. And then same with Super Dumpling. So they attended, they did very well at the disc flicker in BC this year. So that's what we had to go with.
So can I say something for you young bucks? Odyssey has a very prolific history. They are a winning franchise from days gone by. So maybe they're getting back to the way they used to be from what I remember.
Yeah, they called it 2.0. They call it 2.0. I think they've been to a U.S. Nationals. Resident fact checker Andrew Batchelor will let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they've been to a U.S. Nats as well. So
yeah, and done well, and I believe they've had some very strong CUC results in past as well. So nice to see them back, to be honest.
I like that. Another team that's kind of been around the mixed block is, well, 2 teams, Union and Harfang. They're going to be 3 and 4. So Union, the top team out of Ontario, Harfang. The second team out of Quebec, Harfang, if you remember, came second last year.
So we got Harfang.
All right, that means Union's going into the the 4-slot pool Z or Z, however you want to say that. And hey, we just want to check just to make sure it's in the right place, but Union is there. So now we have Parch, the second team out of BC, PBHG, another team that's always at Nats out of Manitoba. We have Quest out of Quebec, and then Quebec City, Quebec, and then Crank out of Ottawa, Ontario. That's going to be your second pot there. So let's see what we got stirring up.
We got Crank.
Rematch, A41 rematch.
Yeah.
So that would be 2 Ontario teams in that pool.
Yep. So that is our max. Reach it early, I guess, is good.
And then we have Quest. That would be the 2 Quebec teams in that pool.
Good job, Dani. You're on a roll with these picks.
And then we have, oh gosh, Parched. Can't make this up.
All right. And that's our 2 BC for that pool.
We have our PBHG.
Wait, Paul Ryan, can I fact check myself right live? Union and Crank actually is not a rematch. They haven't played this year. So I just think like when I see like they're in the same region, I just assume they're gonna have played. I have to look at my doc, but they didn't actually play at regional, so
and fairly strong teams. You think they would meet in the upper bracket? So
yeah, they just at regionals they just ended up not meeting each other. So okay, so we got now we kind of have things. This is gonna get real messy real fast because, like you said, we can't have any more Quebec in Pool Y or Ontario in Pool Z, and then BC in Pool X. So this is really gonna be interesting. We have Royals out of BC coming up. Coda, the third team out of Ontario. Spawn out of the Maritimes, out of New Brunswick, and then TT out of BC. So let's see how it goes, Portwine. You're gonna have to really put your hat on. You're really making big bucks right now.
I hope it's a BC team, and make it easy on me here.
Let's see.
Well, that's not what I'm about, making it easy for you.
Oh no, Portwine, this is gonna get crazy. Okay, Andrew Batchelor, you better be watching this too, Batch.
What do we got here? We have no BC team can go here, so we know the 2 BC teams are going into the other pots.
Yeah, so we got Coda.
Oh, that's
Coda.
Rebels.
I'm gonna say I'll take they're a local team, a little 2 to the horn, but Coda, well done. They've been on a good trajectory the last couple of years, and it's nice to see a program grow through development like that. So
TT's next. Poor man, you can't be homery on this, man. You can't be homery like
hey,
that.
I'm not the one drawing. I'm allowed to say
I'm just saying, you can't be a homer, man.
I like the way the program's growing. It's very nice
to
see.
I agree.
Grassroots growth.
Grassroots is right. Royals. Oh, this is a really good pool. Union's not gonna be happy with this pool. Royals is very good.
What pool is that?
Pool Z.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're hosting Huckney. You better say Z and not Z.
Is Z the American way?
Yeah, JZ, man.
Oh, okay. All right, you're right. All right, next 4 line here. 2 3s are kind of your crossovers in mixed. So these are teams trying to like break into that pre-quarters bracket, maybe even quarters. Okay. We got Lit out of Alberta, Danger Noodle out of Ontario, Schweik out of Quebec, and Zen Black. Hey, they proved me wrong. They made Nats out here. A huge, crazy run for them. So much love as well. So.
So Dani, no Ontario team, please.
Okay, see what I can do. How about Schweik? Okay, no Quebec team here. But we got Alberta, Lit. Oh.
And they were just at No Borders too, I saw. So they're on Ottawa twice. That's crazy. And like, well, no, sorry, never mind. Masters in Ottawa. I lied. They're out here going back to playing Alberta. So anyways, let's keep going.
Okay, and then we have Zen Black.
Hey, they got 2 teams out here this year. So you talk about grassroots, they kind of like reinvented their program. They got 2 teams. So Zen Black making it.
And then we have Danger Noodle.
You're just gonna put Noodle, poor one?
Noodle. The Noodle.
You could have just put DN. I'm just saying. All right, final grouping. Saskatchewan team, that's Jam. Silly Goose is second team out of Alberta, so just keep an eye out on that, where we don't want two Alberta teams. Fable out of BC and Local 613, my alma mater, so I'm gonna be a homer. Alma mater out of Ontario. So for those who don't maybe weren't paying attention or didn't know, Fable and Local 613 technically did not earn bids, but two unused bids from Quebec dropped into their laps, and they were very happy to oblige and say, "Hey, I'm going to nationals." So that's why they are seated where they are, 19 and 20, from my knowledge. So let's see what we got here for the first team.
We got Fable.
Fable, and that works, right, Portland?
Yes, it does.
Hey, not a single. Hey, this is a diverse pool. Not a single team from the same region. That's cool. Okay, so Local 613 cannot go in this pool.
Right?
Neither can Fable. So I think it's just.
Silly Goose Ultimate.
Oh, perfect. It actually worked out, Portland.
Yeah.
And Danny, it actually worked out.
Well, an Ontario
Actually-
team cannot go in Pool Z,
Yeah.
so we know that this will be Local 613 regardless of the draw.
No.
But what do we have for the draw on this
We have Jam.
Wow.
Jam? And Jam cannot, or sorry, 613 cannot go into Pool Z, so we're going to flip those.
Yep.
At least break up some of that Ontario, the Ontario draw there.
All right, so there, we have our final pools there. So once again, you can screenshot that. Up above is the initial seating. Down below is the actual seating based on the pot draw. So Danny, this was your first time doing this. Do you feel a little bit better now? You've done the recording. You've done the draw, right? Your seeds are out there in the universe for people to see and talk about. So how are you feeling right now? First time competition director out here.
Just waiting for the emails to come in. So couldn't do any favors for anybody. So yeah, we'll see.
And as a once wise port wine has once said, you just got to win the games, right? Port wine. Is that what you're going to tell people?
Yep.
I am. I've got enough emails from folks, and I say, if my seating is off or the pot wasn't kind to you, just win. Prove me wrong, and I will happily eat crow. Right? Just prove me wrong. So
prove me wrong.
Hey, Danny, I like that quote. I like it. All right, so that ends the seating draw for CUC Seniors. We thank you for tuning in. Any final? I guess no final words. We're just going to sign off. Danny and Portwine have already said their piece out here, so we thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see all of you in Edmonton.
One last thing, Theo. When's your next broadcast with the hot takes on this? What do you got? Like a couple
It's
weeks?
probably not. I'm not gonna lie to you folks. It's not gonna come up for a while because we got Masters coming up, so got to preview that. So a week before Nationals or a few days, it will be out there, so you can check it out. Ultiworld.com. You can just click that. You can search up Hucking with an apostrophe A on your like podcast platforms, and you can find it there. So, yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I want to watch. Although I see you in Ottawa for Masters, so I'm sure we'll talk about it anyway.
Yeah, Masters. I got a little confused because I'm thinking about Masters. I'm playing that tournament, so I got a little confused. Masters we got going on Alberta, junior and seniors, and then Grandmasters. Are either of you going to be at Grandmasters?
Yeah, man.
Be out there in Victoria, correct?
Victoria.
Yeah,
Victoria,
you'll see me on the field for at least 3 points.
I will not be at Grandmasters, but yeah, that'll be a good tournament as well. So big live draw or seeding draw here. All the teams, you know where you're playing or who you're playing. Better start your scouting now, and we'll see all you teams in Edmonton. Thank you for joining us.